Greetings, everybody. Welcome to What It Do Wednesday. Today is August the 21st, 2019. I would like to first by saying thank you to everybody that does this with me every week. I think this is so much fun. I love it. Just some quick things about this. Every week on Tuesday evening, I will request that everyone inbox me one question, and then once everybody inboxes me one question, I'll answer them on Wednesday. So from Tuesday to Wednesday at about 2 o'clock, I will take questions. Today I did take a few questions after 2 p.m., but after today, I will not be taking any more questions after 2 p.m. If your question is not given to me before 2 p.m., I cannot take it. So, because we like to get recorded and get the video out as fast as possible, okay? So 2 p.m., I need your questions, okay? What I do is I assign you a number, and then once I assign you a number, I use that number instead of your name to answer your question, okay? Now look, some of you might have more than one question. If I don't have a lot of questions, I will, or if I'm trying to answer your second question, I will. If I don't have time, I'm sorry, I can only answer one question. These are just one question full readings. Hold on a second, my partner's here. Okay, we're back. I got my friend Michelle here. Look, she just whoop. So I'll be reading with my partner in crime today. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, because the answers to these questions are very general, but if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can on my website at www.jazzandmedium.com, or just hit up my inbox on Facebook or anything like that, because on my website it allows you to wait 24 hours to book. But if you want to book sooner, hit me up, and if I have anything available, we can book. Okay? So with all that said, let's get started. Oh yeah, I'm drinking dandelion root tea. You got some digestive problems, dandelion root tea works beautifully. Okay. All right. These questions will not be answered in any specific order. I'm going to go to who I'm drawn to first. You got that memo again. You can't be dressing like me every time. I know, right? Now we both got all black. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Okay, so I'll just go ahead with the first question. I'm going to go with 22 first. And the reason why I'm going with 22 first is because 22 was the first one to hit me up on Tuesday as soon as I made that post. So shout out to 22 for showing me some love. Shout out to 22. Okay. Cards are already cleared and charged, okay? Is Spirit, number 22 wants to know, is Spirit cooking up something grand for my success, or are they waiting for something I'm aware of? This is a two-part question, but for this individual, who was first, I'm going to see what I can do. Spirit cooking up something grand for my success. Are they waiting for me to do something I am unaware of? Is Spirit cooking up something grand for my success? Number 22. Okay, 22, I feel like there may be some choices you need to make. Like you kind of torn between something. The cards, it looks like you're moving, you know, but it's just some things that, there's some things that, I just feel like there may be a few ideas in your mind that you haven't quite, you know, bought out yet. And, maybe like one of those ideas you just haven't really picked what you want to do. I know you got like a whole thing going on now and you're working, but there's some more ideas that you need to be putting out. So if you have any ideas and one feels better than the other, go ahead and do it, no matter what the outcome is. You know, we won't learn until we fall and bump our butts. You know what I mean? But I see a positive outcome coming out of this. I think what's going to happen for you, number 22, is that you're going to find a knack. And I'm excited. You're going to catch on to this knack. And once you catch on to this knack, and it's going to branch off of what you're already doing, okay? You're going to find this knack, and once you catch on to this knack, that's when things are going to start looking better for you, okay? And don't forget patience. You know, things are just a little slow moving, that's all. But I feel like things are looking better for you. Also, Spirit is wanting me to tell you to make sure you are managing your time very well. You know what I mean? I got a feeling that you are, you know, doing the best with managing your time, but just make sure that, so here goes that face. Just make sure that, you know, you're balancing your time well. And I know you're busy, you have a busy schedule, but make sure you're balancing everything, you know, the way you need to be, just to put all your energy into what you need to do. I hope that helps, okay? You want to go with one, or let me do another one?
You can do another one.
Okay, the next number I am drawn to is 77. 77 wants to know, what do I need to do in order for things to turn out for the best? That is a broad question. Look, I encourage everybody to try to be as specific as possible. That really helps me. It really helps if you're more specific. Oh, that's not my face of frustration. That's my face of I'm connected to number 77 because it's broad. So I need to single down to what I'm asking. Okay. Make sure your questions as like, what is my purpose, or what am I supposed to do, or what's next? That's like a very broad question. So it's kind of difficult for me to answer in the time allotted that we have. Okay. So try to be a little bit more specific. Okay. Things turned. That's for myself. You have to develop a whole different type of relationship with yourself, number 77. You got to care for yourself more and love yourself. You love everybody else so much that you're not really spending enough time with yourself, okay? Also, your thought process. Make sure you know, when you're looking at things from like a positive standpoint. And I shared this with somebody, for example. Let's say you were sick and you were hurt and you were broke down and you survived something that made you, you know, disabled. You know, you can look at it at a standpoint like, oh my gosh, I'm sick, I'm hurt, I'm dying, I'm in pain all the time. Or you can say, you know what, I survived. Now I lived through this, I'm still living now. So it's all about perspective with you and how your thoughts are, okay? Also, did you lose somebody recently, number 77? Because I have a gentleman here. Did you lose like a spouse or a boyfriend? And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I feel like I have a gentleman here, and I'm not going to go too far because I don't even know if you're cool with the mediumship. But I also feel like there might be a sadness connected to a loss, and unfortunately, sometimes when we're sad or we heard about things, I did it with my mom. I lost my mom. You gotta check out sometimes, and when you check out, especially if you got kids, stuff around you be going on, and you don't even be knowing what's going on. So I guess just kind of start, you know, being a little bit more in tune with yourself and caring more for yourself, putting yourself first. You know what I mean? Look at things from a more positive perspective, and also try to pay attention to your surroundings and what's going on. And that should start to help turn things around for you. This person, whoever it is, also said that they love you very, 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 very much. I mean, whoever this person is, they super dog love you. If you can give me some confirmation, number 77, that'd be great. Because you got somebody here, they love you. It's all love. Let me just, real quick, number 77. Let's pull a mediumship card. Oh, yeah. He says, now I have no pain. So I don't know if this person was killed suddenly. I don't know, when I think about that guy, I feel like boom. That's what I feel. So I don't know how he died, or I feel like something was just like boom or quick, but they said he not having no more pain. I don't want to go too in depth because it's general, so I'm gonna allow him to pull his energy back. But give me some confirmation on this number 77, okay? And I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes the spirit will pull through, and when the spirit pop through, I gotta acknowledge them, or they won't go away. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Okay. Jesus. That's crazy. I'm gonna do 30.
Which one?
I'm gonna do 31.
Okay. 31.
31. Will my wife and I stay happily married and financially secure?
Let's go a little closer, you know, just scoot right here again.
Okay. So the first thing I get is balance. New beginning. So I'm not sure if this is like a new marriage. I feel like you guys are trying to find your footing. Trying to find a balance between the union of being together. I get the card of rejoice, of celebration, rejoice in celebration. So I see happiness. I just feel like you two need to stay connected, stay together. Don't let anything come in between you. I feel like there might be a little bit of chaos around you. But as long as you two focus and stay together, I feel like things will continue to happen for you all. The most thing that you need to do is make sure that you all don't let nobody intercede, like don't let nobody come in between y'all to rip y'all apart. Don't listen to outside voices. Don't listen to any outside things that might try to steer you in a different direction. Stay close to each other. Value one another. Anything to add, Miss Jazz?
The only thing, the word that I'm getting with y'all is communication. It's extremely important that y'all two communicate with each other, stay open and honest with each other. Because I got a feeling that in order to kind of store, like, you know, you kind of like maybe twist the truth in order to store somebody's feelings or something like that. Y'all need to be really open and honest with each other. If y'all do schedule time to sit down and talk at least once or twice a week, just sit down together alone and just keep that line of communication as open as possible. So I'm getting that communication is very, very important. I'm feeling that one of y'all might be a little bit stubborn. But you gotta open up a little bit and you gotta talk, okay? Also, as far as financial security is, for you two, the word I'm getting is plan now. If y'all want financial security in the future, y'all need to start now. So start looking at that weekly talk. Sit down and talk. How are we going to have money for the future? How are we going to be secure for the future? What can we do now? Because if not, y'all will run into some issues. But these issues, I think, can definitely be turned around. Hope this helps.
All right. You put 31 here. This is the same one.
Oh, I'm tripping. You pick another one?
Yeah. I'll do 44. Will my financial situation change for the better? Will my financial situation change for the better?
I like the number 44, don't you? Mm-hmm. Nice number.
Feel like you're not living up to your full potential.
You don't even need my cards. Let me just put my cards down.
I feel like you holding back, like something is holding you back to put forth the effort that you really want. I got the trapped in fear card. When I get the trapped in fear card, that usually makes me feel like you're afraid to step out on faith. You're afraid to do what you really, really want to do. So if you're looking for your financial situation to change, then whatever you want to do it. Don't hold back. If there's a dream that you want to pursue, is there, you know, a business that you want to open, if there's some type of something that can change your financial situation, if it's a job, you're not happy with your job and you really want to pursue another job, this is the time to do it. I feel like you are holding back, like you are not living up to your full potential. I got emotional withdrawal, so I feel like you're kind of sad, like you're kind of sitting back because whatever you're doing now is not working and it's emotionally taking a draw on you. So I feel like you need to break out of that. Focus on you. Do things that needs to be done to help you to fulfill your wishes. Miss Jazz, you want to add anything to it?
I ain't got nothing. I mean, you're right on the money. But she got a thing. You want me to take two?
Yes,
Okay. I will take two.
Okay.
You don't want to forget, folks. And I apologize to number 2 for last week. We did forget her. But I did speak with her in her inbox. And I'm not into, you know, forgetting people. So I apologize deeply for that, okay? Alright, I want to do number 49. See, I like people like number 49. Because she just get right to the point. Okay? Wants to know about a friend with benefits that she's had for 3 years. She wants to know how he feels. You see how she's just raw? She's just real. I added a new deck, y'all. It's the Black Queen Magic deck. So I'm going to be using these two. These cards are lovely. I did a whole video on them. The artwork on them are gorgeous, okay? So I'm going to be using those too. Shout out to my mentor, with one of my mentors, Sai Shanti, for creating this beautiful deck. His website is The Urban Yogi if you're interested in purchasing them. These are intuitive cards. They do not come with the book. So basically, you know, you create your own meaning by looking at them. So for those who, you know, who aren't traditional readers, who like to really, you know, practice, you know, strengthening their intuition, these cards might be good for you. Okay. Let's see what we get for number 49. Got this special gentleman that she's known for so many years. Okay, number 49, this is what I'm getting. I feel like you might be selling yourself short with this dude because I feel like he might have another situation going on. You know, it might be some somebody else maybe. He might have somebody else, okay? So I think you need to sit down and kind of review your options. I think, you know, sometimes as women we tend to settle, and you don't have to settle. You can probably have much better. I know you spent some time with them and y'all have an understanding, but if you're looking for more, then this may not be the situation for you, because I feel like he kind of already in the situation. And the overall tone of this card, I got this one. And you know, these cards, they always mean something different, but you see how this woman's kind of walking away and these hands are reaching out for her. You know, right now for me with your spread, that's kind of telling me that in order for you to have better, you probably need to walk away from this situation. It's not serving you, okay? I ain't saying he a bad guy or nothing, but you know, if you're looking for love, this ain't it, you know. Or if you want to know how he feels, he got a situation right now, okay? I hope that helps you, number 49. Okay. Number 19. I had a dream about my grandmother. Does she have a message? Number 19. Okay, so the lady I got here, she's a lighter complexion. She doesn't feel like she's too tall. I'm not completely clear how she died, but I definitely feel a lot of tingling, like over here in the heart area and the chest area. It's like a lot of tingling. The mediumship card I pulled was we will be together again one day. So what that tells me for once is that it was just a vivid dream. Look, I'm not telling you you're gonna die, but you know, I know you number 19. You know better than that. You know, your thinking is not like that. But I just gotta put that in there. But I think she came to you in a dream just to kind of visit you. Let me see if I have a message from you for you from her. Okay, so she's got two messages, okay? Her first message is, okay. Her first message, you need a vacation. Have you taken time to yourself? Have you been working? Also, she said she's talking about some type of self-employment, some type of business. Is there a business that you haven't been working on or that you need to get back to working on? Or is there any business ideas that you haven't put out there? But also, make sure when you're meditating, you're setting the intent to receive any answers that you need to receive, okay? That's extremely important. But you need a rest. You need a vacation. You need to do something, relax or something like that. And that's what I'm getting. And look, even with the card, like, yeah, because I mean, if you look at the card, you see people chilling, they in the water. They like, you know, when you go on vacation, you go to the ocean, you go fishing, boating, or whatever. I think you might need a little vacation, okay? All right.
Okay, I'm gonna do number 26. My guy and I are facing some ways. Will things
even out?
Will things even out? Okay. Guys are facing some ways. Will things even out?
Let me sit there. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I got the transformation card. Somebody, I feel like, is growing. Sometimes when you're in a relationship with somebody, you outgrow them. The level that you are on and the level that they are on, you're not at an even keel. So sometimes you kind of rise above it. So I feel like maybe some of the things, the desires, the passions, the ideas, the things that you want in life is not exactly the same values that he would like to have in life. You guys are just on two different paths right now. Not to say that it won't match up later, but right now, y'all on two different paths. I feel like somebody wants a little bit more than what the other one wants. So I think you need to dig deep within yourself and kind of think about what you actually want in a person, or what you want out of life, or what you're really doing with your life, and kind of see if it kind of materialize with him. Kind of see if it is something that he actually want to do as well. Because I feel like you want a little bit more out of life than what he's willing to give you, or you want to do a little bit more with your life, and he kind of is like at a standstill.
Okay. Well, pick your battles. That would be my thing for you. Number 26, the phrase I'm using for you to pick your battles. Okay. Everything's not going to be perfect. Everything's not going to go the way that you foresee it in your head. So make sure you're picking them. Okay. I'm going to do number 65. Is there change coming my way? She's asking about some new beginnings. New beginnings. Number 65. New beginnings. 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 Number 65, your change will come when you clear away what no longer serves you. Okay? Once you do that, I see a lot of new things coming into your life. Your life will turn around. Maybe be a new relationship or a new love. But for now, you have to clear away what no longer serves you. Okay? Allow, and then the next situation, once you start clearing that stuff away, it's going to fall off anyway eventually. And new love or new anything comes to your life. Make sure you take your time with that before making any decisions, okay? Also, make sure you're spending time with yourself to kind of, tune in to see what you really need. You know what I mean? I know it's hard for us single parents to really sit down with ourselves, but if you have a moment, sit down with yourself and see what you really need, okay? I hope that helps. Okay, I'm going to do number 32. Will I marry a wealthy man? Not to let the dog out. Well, number 32, marry a wealthy man. I think we all want to know the answer to that. Yeah. So sometimes when one person might ask a question, it might resonate to somebody else. Like, that question just resonated to me. I'm just saying. I'm just joking. I want to know why I be wealthy. I want to be wealthy first. I want my own way. Say no, but 32 wants to know, will I ever be with or marry a wealthy man? I'm coming, Roxy. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. Well, number 32 is saying here that you've got some work to do first. So, you've got some self-work to do. You've got to work on your self-confidence, your self-esteem, or anything in that area for that to happen for you, okay? So, in order for you to have that type of gentleman that you would like to marry, you have to make a lot of changes, okay? So, I'm not saying it is or it ain't, but you got some work to do. So, you have to get started. So self-confidence, self-love, you know what I mean? Get out of your own way. And once you do that, the right individual will come in. Okay? I hope that helps. Alright, go ahead. I'm gonna go with my baby.
I'm gonna do number 35. What do you see from me? Which is another just general question, but we gonna see. What do we see for you? Number 35. Okay. So the question was, what do you see for me for number 35? What I get is, I got a card that's the waiting game, hope and harmony. So I don't know if you waiting for somebody to come around to get their act together and you just kind of like at a standstill, or you hoping and wishing that they get their act together. Because I see like love, and I feel like you are waiting for love. Like you're waiting for that special someone. Like you're waiting for them to get their act together. You're waiting for them to come to you. Here's the thing. You are your own person. You can't wait for anybody. You got to go for whatever you want to go for. Don't wait for nobody to come around. If love is going to find you, love is going to find you regardless. You don't have to wait for it. Usually the universe gives you what you put out. So if you want to find love, sometimes you have to be love within yourself. You can't find love if you're not of love. So just love yourself, and then be there for you and do things for you, and then it will find you. But don't wait for anybody. And I feel like you're waiting for somebody. You're waiting for somebody to get it together. And if they're not going to get it together, they ain't going to get it together. And you don't want nobody to get it together for you. You want them to get it together for themselves, and then come find you after they're whole and complete.
Just real quick, number 35. I'm also getting that, you know, love shouldn't really be your focus right now. You've got some other things going on around you, and I can't remember who 35 is. But I pulled this card too. You know, you see how she's over here in the burning bushes. There's stuff going on around her, and she ain't paying attention. So to me, that just kind of tells me that you got to take care of what's surrounding you first. I do feel like as far as love, I do feel like there's either a gentleman that was in your life or was recently in your life. But with that situation, you'll probably have to be patient. Okay, but right now the focus shouldn't necessarily per se be on love. It should be on you. Okay, it should be on yourself. You've got some things going on there, and I feel like some of the things, it's number 35. Oh well, some of the things might be health related. Some of the things might be family related. I'm picking up the energy of maybe a mother energy that don't have the best health, and there might be some inner healing that you need to do with yourself. Okay, so hopefully that helps you. Let me stop picking your stuff up.
It's your turn.
It is. Oh, you did two that fast? Wow. Okay. I want to do number 8. Is that 18 or 8? This number 18. No, it's number 8. 8 right here. 8. Okay. Will I get pregnant before the year is over? Number 8 want to have a baby. Number 8 want to have a baby. Let's see if number 8 going to get pregnant before the year is over. I want to see if number 8 is going to get pregnant before the year is over. All right, number 8. So number 8, you're going to have a baby, but you might not get pregnant before the year is out. It might be more like next year, okay? But you are going to get pregnant. it's in the cards, okay? You're going to have a baby, but it might not happen until maybe like next year. And it may be this year. It's just, I'm getting a pause card, like, so like not yet, okay? But you will have a baby, dear. You will. No, go back. I'm going to do number 18. Number 18, is my current situation permanent? My current romantic situation, is that permanent? And I know y'all probably asked me, but I got to reword them and make them short, because sometimes the questions are, you know, quite long. We're moving today. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this situation right here can be however you make it. Yeah. The situation here can be however you make it, okay? If you want to make it permanent, you just got to put in the work to make it permanent. If you don't, then it won't. The only thing that I can tell you to be wary of in this situation is probably maybe probable financial problems if those were to come up. And also just making sure you're always keeping an eye on what's going on around you and surrounding you. You know, just don't dip your foot in without knowing what you're fully stepping into, okay? Don't think, you know, don't jump into something without being sure that's something that you want. But the keys in your hand, the ball's in your court. So if you really want this to work, you just gotta do the work to do it. And you know, I know it takes two, so it's all dependent upon that.
Do 21, love life advice. So, love life advice. So I get the power card. The power card to me feels like you hold all the cards. I mean, you hold the key. I mean, your love life advice is what you make of it. If you wanna go out there and date. If you don't, you don't. Your love life advice is whatever you want to make of it. You just have to choose what you want to do. You have to choose the type of person that you need, the type of person that you want to have in your life. So what I would do, I would sit and meditate and kind of manifest the man that you would want. Think about the type of man that you want, not look-wise, but inner beauty. So do you want a man with good communication skills? Do you want a man with honesty? Do you want a man that's determined to put forth whatever effort that he wants to do in life? I feel like it all lies within you. So my advice would be for you to just sit and meditate and try to sit there and think about and manifest the man that you want to have in your life. Be truthful with yourself. Maybe in the past I feel like maybe you haven't made the best decisions, but now is the time to change that, to make better decisions. So go ahead and figure out what type of man that you want, because I don't think that you know what type of man that you want. So think about that. Think about what you want out of the man. Think about what qualities that you want.
Okay, number 21, Spirit is telling me, are you pregnant or you ready to have a baby? I'm just curious. I feel like a baby coming, number 21. And I'm sorry, y'all. Once I write down y'all numbers, I don't remember who y'all are. So I can't dig deeper and look. But I feel like you either got a baby coming or you may be having a baby. Also, I'm picking up that you need to set boundaries. Okay? And kind of set more standards on what you want and what you don't want. Try not to settle. Okay? If there's somebody in your life that you don't want, you don't have to deal with them. Okay? If you have somebody that's maybe been in and out of jail or that drinks a lot or does any type of drugs and you don't want that in your life, don't deal with it. You don't have to. You know what I mean? So set boundaries and set standards. Okay, and that'll make your love life much better. If you already have somebody in your life, there's something that they need to tell you that they're not telling you, you're not being honest about. But I also feel like it's kind of something you're not being honest about either. Mm-hmm. So maybe a good talking will help with that. Hope this helps. You move so fast. I can't keep up with you. Okay, I'm gonna do number 42. Is the man I'm with someone I should build with? Number 42. What it do? Is the man she with someone she should build with? I'm getting a yes. Definitely the man you're with is somebody that you should build with. Okay? Definitely yes. But also in my intuition, I'm getting the secret words. So there might be something he needs to tell you. Just make sure you sit down and talk to him. Make sure he's being completely forthcoming with everything. But he's definitely somebody you can probably build with. Oh, yeah. So, it's in the wrong way. Number 71 wants to know. Oh, what did you say? Number 71 wants to know, is my husband cheating? Let's see what we got. Number 71. Is my husband cheating? 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 71. I feel like you may be a little bit intuitive yourself.
I was gonna say, I feel like she already know the answer. That's what I was gonna say. I feel like she already know.
I was wondering why you was making that face. Yeah, I feel like you're intuitive, number 71. So I think you already know the answer to this. But sometimes we all just need confirmation. I do it all the time, girl. Okay, this is what I'm getting, number 71. What I'm getting is this. It don't matter who it is. I'm reading blindly. I keep asking and I'm supposed to be reading blindly. That's the trick. Okay, number 71, this is what I'm getting. There might have been some hurt in the past. And because there's some hurt in the past, you carry some insecurity. So he may have cheated in the past. I don't know necessarily that he's per se cheating right now. But I mean, it depends on how you view cheating. Do I think he out there, you know, throwing a thing in a circle? You know what I'm saying? No, but you know, he probably got a female or so that he talking to on the phone or texting on the phone or something like that. I don't feel like he perfect, you know what I mean? But I don't feel like he actually out here, you know, just hopping in on up for everything. You know what I'm saying? Just carefully weigh your decisions and make sure when you're asking yourself that about your spouse, they're not old insecurities that are, you know, creeping up in you. You know, it's kind of hard when you feel like you've been betrayed. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I feel very strongly that your husband loves you very much. You know, y'all had some good times together. It's also some rough times together. Okay, so he might entertain a conversation or two. But I don't feel very strongly like he's actually out here seeing somebody. I'm not seeing that. Okay? Hope that works. Anything from your standpoint?
Nope. I feel the same way.
Look at us. 45 minutes. We're doing good.
Okay. I'm going to do number 64. What is my lover hiding? What is my lover hiding? What is my lover hiding?
Again, I would say that's a general question.
Yep.
So if you can, sometimes try to be more specific with your questions. But I do know I did speak to this individual, so I remember this one.
It's hard to say, like, okay, he's hiding, you know, something in general. just feel like you guys need to have a conversation. I think a conversation need to be had. I feel like if you feel in some type of way, like he's being untrustworthy, disloyal, or hiding something, I feel like you need to have a talk with him. I got the choose wisely card, so I feel like you need to have a conversation. I feel like you need to sit down and talk to him. Usually the woman's intuition, your gut feeling, when you feel something right, 9 times out of 10 is not right. So I feel like you need to go with that. So if you feel like something is not right, I feel like you need to have a conversation. I feel like you need to talk to him. I do feel like he's hiding something. I don't know exactly what it is. Now let's Jazz has some insight on what it is that he's hiding. But I feel like a conversation does need to be had with him.
What I'm getting from this is that again, that pick your battles. You know, instead of looking at what he's hiding, how's he benefiting you? How is he not benefiting you? Okay. What can he do for you? What can he not do for you? I do think that he's putting on and I gotta do this without the cards. I tell y'all, you know, I like to play with the cards, but I'm not the best. The card reading is not my thing. I do feel like financially there's some things about his finances that he's not possibly telling you about. Like, he might be putting up that he got more than he really got. Or sometimes if he gets some money, he ain't really necessarily telling you everything that he got. Like, you know, you probably, you know what I'm saying, like, he might have some extra money, he might not tell you. Or he might not have that much money, he ain't telling you either or. As far as his health goes, I'm not really seeing too much with his health. Okay. But I am getting from spirit that this is a situation that if you're going to be with him, you need to accept him for who he is. And it's no pun against you, number 64, but I think sometimes we tend to want to control everything in our surroundings. And sometimes when we get like that, we tend to try to control other people. You know, and sometimes we start to feel a certain type of way when we feel like we're out of control. You know, he's going to be himself. I don't feel like he's a bad guy. I don't feel like he's bad for you. I just feel like whatever's going on, in order for y'all to be successful in whatever it is, whether it's money or anything that's going on, you got to accept him for who he is. You got to love him for who he is. And you got to pick your battles. You got to pick on. You can't nitpick on every little thing, okay? Some things ain't really meant for us to know. You know, if it's something that he needs to talk to you about, he'll talk to you about it when he's ready. Okay? And it could be possibly he just ain't ready to talk about some stuff now. But I don't think that as far as money or anything like that, he's being all the way forthcoming. Or his health, I'm not really seeing anything. So that's what I'm getting. Okay. Now I got number 3. Number 3 is asking about a spirit that passed. She wants to know if she's okay, and she wants her to know that she did not mean to say what she said to her shortly before she passed. Okay. Okay, immediately when reading your energy, number 3, I'm getting a young lady that's Caucasian. Her death would have been very unexpected. I don't know if she ever overdosed or she could have died from a drug overdose. I'm not sure. Or somebody else is here that died from a drug overdose. But that's floating around in my head. I got 2 people here. One died from an illness and one died from an overdose. I'm not sure who's who. And I just really don't have the time to really dive in. But let me get the young lady that stepped through first. She's giving me the letter C, which would tell me that's the name that you gave me in the message. I think she's fine. Okay. Her energy, it doesn't feel all over the place. It feels very much at peace. You know, just a quick education. When they cross over, you know, and they pass and they cross over, they don't operate like we operate. They don't have the same type of emotions like we have. Like, they have the ability to make us feel emotions, just as a tool to communicate, but they don't have the same, they're not the same as us, you know, they don't even have form anymore. You know, they might present to us in a form, like I see a Caucasian young lady, I see hair, it's not too blonde, but then it's not too dark, it's somewhere in between. I feel like I'm just not picking up on that. Oh. Yeah, that's what you see.
30 blonde.
Yeah, and this could be the person that you're talking about. Could not. All I can do is speak for the person that's here. It feels like it's like a dirty blonde type of color. She's also mentioning a lover, number 3. Or somebody close to you that's been ill before. I don't know you, number 3. I don't know if you have a lover that's been ill before or that you had to help. She feels very much at peace. I'm wondering if she had a pet dog. I keep hearing something about a dog and a grandmother. Give me a second. I'm trying to see if she shared me what you said. Okay, so number 3, that might be something that you need to work on. I don't know if it's that, like, when you get mad, you say things out of anger. The term that I like to use is hitting below the belt. Because I'm a boxing fan. You know, you get mad and you kind of punch somebody below the belt. That's like a big, like, tag. Like, you lose points for that. So, like, when you get angry, do you tend to have outbursts to say things you don't mean? You know? And I think her message to you as far as that is that you never know when somebody's last day is going to be. You never know when they're going to go. So sometimes you might want to consider how you communicate with people versus, you know, just blurting out what you want to say. This person, I mean, I feel as if, you know, she loves you very much. She's talking about a grandma, though, you know, and a dog. So I'm not sure if she had a dog or she was close to her grandma, but she's talking about a grandma and she's talking about a dog. But I don't feel like she's holding anything against you per se. So, yeah, nah, you good. Yeah, she ain't got nothing against you, baby. Her energy feels really good. All right. You know, I feel like maybe when she was here, she might have been a little anxious. I feel a little anxious, you know, like a borderline anxiety, like a. But that's it. Did I do 2? No. Okay. I only did 1. Oh, because I had backed up off of this one. Okay, number 86. Number 86 wants to know, will I pass my ATA exam the first time around? I don't know what type of test that is, but good luck. You go. Number 86. Will I pass my test the first time around? Will I pass my test the first time around? Will I pass my test the first time around? Will I pass my test the first time around? Will I pass my test the first time around? Will I pass my test the first time around? Number 86. Will I pass my test the first time around? Yes, but try not to stress out. Don't stress over it too much. I get the feeling for you, number 86, that sometimes you might get nervous, and when you get nervous, you might, I'm not calling you obsessive compulsive, but you might obsess over things that you're nervous about. Like, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I gotta do it. You might talk yourself out of it. But if, you know, you stay calm and you knock it out, I think you'll be fine, okay? What's up with these two cards? I'll tell you, these are my favorite cards. These two.
Yeah.
These two, I keep pulling them. I think you'll be fine. You have all the tools and resources you need to pass. So definitely. So just study. Try to keep a level head, okay? You got this.
Okay. Let's see. How can I follow my heart? What's my soul purpose? That's a card to where you probably need to have a full reading. Like, yeah. Might be a little.
Right.
Yeah. We're gonna see.
How much focus you for this one? Number 60.
Well, I'm just gonna say that I feel some internal conflict. But I also see that you're passionate about some things. And I feel like the love is flowing. I feel like sometimes when you try to make decisions, before you make a decision, you go back and forth. Like, you'll make a decision, but then you kind of second guess yourself. So I want to say that you need to make a decision and stick with it and stay firm. Quit teetering on the fence. Like, you kind of want to do something, but then you'll let somebody talk you out of it, or you'll overthink it and you won't exactly do it. But I feel like whatever you do try to set forth and do, like your passion, that it'll be successful if you just put forth the effort and just jump out there and do it. Yeah, I feel like you're very passionate. I'm picking up a soul purpose though. Maybe to help others. I don't know why gatekeeper comes to mind. But I feel like you probably want to keep things together and in order.
Number 60 for you, what I'm getting sometimes is a sense of, and please don't take me the wrong way, I still don't know how to word it, but I get a sense of ungratefulness. Like, it's like an internal conflict. So like when things are going your way, you're fine, but the moment that something does not go your way, you're not happy, and you're not, you're not satisfied with it, So in order, another way to follow your heart and to be true to yourself is to always stay in a place of gratitude, even when things don't look exactly the way like you want them to look. So being grateful is extremely important, As far as love, there's love in the air. I feel like there's a gentleman in your energy that you very much love, and that y'all gonna grow closer. So I do definitely agree with her with the love. Y'all gonna love each other on a whole nother level. There's levels to this, and y'all gonna love each other on a whole nother level, like a whole nother deeper level than y'all do now. But don't forget, when things are down and things ain't looking so up for you, so high for you, count your blessings. Count your blessings. Extremely important. Be thankful for what you already have. Okay?
Okay. Number 27. Will I see my friend in Florida? Is he still in Florida?
I got an answer for that one. I want to see if you agree.
Well, I do feel like he's still in Florida. Let's see.
Yeah, what you pulled is what you pulled.
Jesus.
What you pulled. It happens. Goodness. Pull the hatchet.
That is crazy.
That is dope. It's not crazy. That is dope.
So I feel like, yes, you will see your friend in Florida. I feel like it might be a possible love there. Yep.
Yeah, your friend is still in Florida. And it could be a possible love there, but if I was you, I'd weigh my options with that, honey. Weigh your options, okay? Because you love someone don't mean it meant for you to love them.
That's true.
There's a reason why he in Florida, and you questioning why he's still in Florida. You feel me, love? You feel me? And I ain't laughing with you. I'm not laughing at you. I'm talking to you, okay? So just make sure you ain't making no unwise decisions dealing with no man. You know what I mean? So make sure that's what you really want. And I'm going to go ahead and knock out this last question. Let me make sure I got everybody. We did. Number 75. Number 75 wants to know, will my wife and I ever rekindle our marriage? Let's see. I think I know the answer to this too. One of y'all being stubborn. You know, that's been the theme of today. You know, people, they want relationships to work, but somebody being stubborn, somebody don't want to bend, somebody don't want to adapt. I feel like there's children in this situation, 2 to 3 children. It may be 2 and 1 in spirit. I'm not completely sure, but I feel like there's 2 to 3 children in this situation. But I feel a loving energy from the wife. Y'all need work. I don't know if y'all considered counseling or anything like that, but y'all definitely need work. So I would highly suggest that y'all, if she's agreeable, if y'all get some counseling, because you know y'all have the possibility to have a strong, you know, bond. And another thing that I'm feeling like people tend to do is that y'all need to spice it up. I feel like sometimes when people get together and they be together for a while, they kind of lose that spice, or they stop doing things they used to like to do. So I would say spice it up. Whoever the stubborn one is, you need to quit being stubborn. And y'all might need like to speak to a professional if you haven't yet. I got a feeling the question might have been proposed at one time or another. But it might be needed, even if it's spiritual counsel. You know, I don't know what your religious background is. Even if it's spiritual, I know like a lot of churches offer stuff like that. Like, or you can go sit down and talk to somebody about making your marriage work. Okay? But that's most definitely important. And just remember, you know, y'all love y'all children. Love on them kids together, you know. I know children shouldn't keep nobody together, but y'all want y'all children to see y'all grow together and go old together. Y'all want to be pillars and examples for y'all children. And I feel like overall y'all have I feel like, you know, what y'all have is decent. You know, you just gotta believe and know it. So I hope this helps you, number 75. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Again, this was fun. Until next time. I'm not sure because I have some schedule discrepancies whether I will have this next Wednesday, but I might be doing something else next week. It might not be particularly this, but we shall see. I enjoyed you all. Thank you. I want to thank Michelle for coming out and reading with me. She rocked the house. We knocked this out in an hour. Cool beans. Thank you all. Peace.